Okay, hi all. I'm back with a new video, and today we're gonna discuss regarding the types of yoga and asanas which can be done for improvement of eyesight. And like yoga helps you to improve your eyesight, and there are few asanas and yoga uh, and pranayam which can help you in improving your eyesight, reducing down the number to 6 by 6 level. But the only thing is you have to be consistent with the asanas which I'm telling you. You have to have the faith, belief that these asanas will help you a lot. And thirdly, you have to change the way of living, which will help you. Although I have my glasses, but I have observed the changes when I'm doing it. That is why I'm telling you that the changes will gonna come. It will be visible in 2 weeks if you do them regularly. So let's get started with the asanas first. Before doing these asanas, I have practiced Surya Namaskar 20 repetitions to warm up my body, and now I'm doing other asanas. Surya Namaskar is helpful in stretching your whole body so that you do not face any injury while you are doing these asanas. So I request you to do Surya Namaskar at least 5 to 7 times before you start these asanas and the pranayam. So the first asana I'll be doing is Sarvangasana. Basically, Sarvangasana is we're gonna lift our legs 90-degree and keep the eyes on our toes, and the toes will be pointing upwards. After this, we're gonna do halasana. Halasana is nothing but extending our legs to the ground. So it has a gradual progress. That first, if you're not able to touch the foot, you try to bring them near the ground as far as possible. Keep your hands over your back. Second, if you are able to touch, keep your hands over your back. Third, if you are able to touch properly, then remove your hand, put both your hand palm facing downward to the ground. If you are comfortable with that also, then you can make a lock after extending your leg to the floor like this of your arms. So these are the gradual progress. Let me show you. Now I'm gonna do Parvatasana. Parvat means rock or the hill. So it is also known as rock post asana in English. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna bend from our back, make a V type shape, bend our head inward and look at our stomach. Hold the position and then go back. After this, we're gonna do Bhujangasana. Bhujang means snake, Asana means posture, so it is serpent posture. This will help you in stretching your muscles near the face. Bhujangasana has variations in it where you can do it half, you can do the Bhujangasana in a different manner. Like if you are having a back pain, cervical issue, so do not stretch backward because it will harm you. So you're gonna do it half. That is, you go till the point you're comfortable. You do not disturb your muscles beyond the limit. Now we're gonna do Bhujangasana, full Bhujangasana with a variation in hand position. One position will be like this, below your chin, and second variation is where you extend yourself backward as far as possible. Keep your hands directly below your chest. So first variation. See backward, back as much as possible. Inhale while you are going up, exhale while you are going down. Now third variation, I gotta have my towel. Relax. Now after this, there is Sheersh Asana. The Sheersh means head, Asana means posture. So we're gonna make a headstand. So this helps you in the hair fall as well as your eyesight, because the whole blood flow gonna happen downwards. So as you can see that if you are a beginner, doing Sheersh Asana would be difficult. You can take help of wall and stretch yourself, or else if you have already practiced and you are practicing every day, then I will suggest you to practice it without support, because that put 10 times more effort in going up and balancing yourself. Now we're gonna do some of standing asanas. So we're gonna do Veerbhadrasana and we're gonna do Vrikshasana. Starting with a Veerbhadrasana. Stretch your leg, maintain a good posture. Okay, after this we're gonna do Vrikshasana. Okay, so after this we're gonna do some asanas and relax ourselves. So there are few things, like first is blinking, second is palming, third eye rotation, fourth tratak. Tratak has variation in it, like you can do surya tratak. Surya tratak means sun tratak. Moon tratak means chandra tratak means moon tratak, I'm sorry. And you can use candles for doing tratak also. After that it will be followed by kapal bharti, and then it will be followed by anulom vilom, Brahmari pranayam in after that, and we're gonna relax in shavasana. So let's get started with our blinking. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna blink our eyes at a very fast rate, as much as we can, and after that we're gonna put strain in our eyes while blinking our eyes. So this is blinking basically. You can keep your palms facing upward on your knees. Okay, let's start once again. It seems very stupid, but the fact is that when we are looking at the screens, maybe laptop screens, maybe mobile phone screens, we forget to blink our eyes, because our brain sends an indicator that blinking of eyes is equivalent to the obstacle in front of our eyes, due to which problem of dryness and problem of continuous stare lead to a position where the formation of tears do not happen. So that is like very bad for our eyes health. So we should blink our eyes just after 1 hour or 2 hours. You can practice this. What happens, like when you blink your eyes at a very fast pace, all the muscles over here, they get blood circulation. The blood circulation increases, so all the tensed muscle over here will relax. Now we're gonna do palming. Palming is nothing but we're gonna keep our hands like this and close our eyes and cover whole of our eyes and stare into the darkness. This The fact behind this is that when you stare into the darkness, your eyes muscles relax, they dilate and dilate. So as they expand, all the muscles which are tensed will get relaxed. I'll use my towel, right? Okay, so keep your hands like this. Put a gentle pressure, not very high, but a gentle pressure on your eyes. You can rub afterwards. And after doing palming, we're gonna rub our whole eyes and these muscles to relax all the places. Gently keep your eyes closed. Keep a pressure, a small amount of pressure on your eyes. Remove. Feel the relax. We're gonna do it again. Now we're gonna massage our eyes after palming. Use the last portion of your palm to do it. So rotate your eyes in a circular and an anti-circular manner. Remove. We're gonna do it once again. Why I am telling you, because in the past I have seen the effect of yoga on eyesight. I was having minus 4.75 number, and after doing yoga I'm able to reduce it to minus 4.5. I know this because I have both the lenses from different powers, and I have tried myself. Now again, now this time we are massaging our muscles. Okay, so we're gonna massage our eyes. So your eyebrows, put a gentle pressure over your eyebrows, near your nose gap, nose bridge. Pull your ears, rub your temple, head temple, massage your forehead, take it deep at the back of your neck, and slowly we're gonna open our eyes. Okay, so after this we're gonna do Tratak, and right now I'm doing Tratak as like using our fingernail. Make sure that while doing Tratak you have sufficient amount of light. Do not do Tratak without a light, because it's gonna do the reverse impact. It's gonna worsen your eyesight. So either you have a light bulb, or you are in an open area where you are having light from all the directions. So Tratak is nothing. We're gonna concentrate our eyes on one point and stare it till our eye starts watering. Once it starts watering, we're gonna close our eyes and massage our eyes, and we again start it up. Okay, so I gonna see the bottom of my thumb, stare over here. Make sure you concentrate totally upon your last thumb, and you can use pen also, pencil also in place of this. Stare until your eyes start watering. If you have dryness in your eyes, like you do not get tears formation in your eyes, then it's gonna take a little bit longer. At that time, what I suggest is to massage your eyes, and then you start it up. Relax. This time I did not get tears, but I got bored. Clear up your eyes. Again, we're gonna start. Now stretch your muscles. We're gonna rotate it clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So this is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. Look at, go slow, look at all the four directions. I mean to say, everything you can. Now this time what we're gonna do is that we're gonna move our thumb in like at an angle, hold it until it becomes invisible to the other eye, and we concentrate it over that moment, that point, and we bring it back. Okay, so I show you. Keep your eyes focused. Hold. Try to stare it as much as you can. We're gonna do the same thing with the left arm. Keep staring, do not take your eyes off. When your eyes waters up, massage them, remove all the water from your eyes, all the tears from your eyes, and you're gonna do it again. One more time. Okay, so now we're gonna see upward, forward, and downward. Okay, I just relax my muscle, exercise them again. We're gonna do sideways looking. Now we're gonna do up and down looking. We're gonna see crisscross. Choose one imaginary arbitrary point somewhere, focus on that one point. The concept remains same, that you're gonna concentrate till your eyes start watering. You're gonna break off the moment your eyes start watering. Do not hold it much longer because it's gonna put a lot of strain on your eyes at the initial phase. Later, when you're regular, you can hold your eyes for a longer period. you're not getting tears, it's okay. Just massage your muscles. Now we are doing the front looking, forward looking. Earlier, when I was not used to with all the kind of any kind of screen, not all, like in the class 12th, I was not having any laptop, mobile, anything. So at that time, these tear formation used to happen a very faster in a shorter period as compared to this period. But due to the effect of the computer screen, it become difficult. Actually, when there is a rule to keep your eyesight at a good level, is that you do not stare your computer screen more than 20 minutes. Once 20 minutes happens, take your eyes off from the computer screen and look 20 meters away, or look around the whole place where you're going, where you're sitting, and then you come back and you bring your focus towards your screen. Take a gap even after every 20 minutes from any kind of screen. More the amount of time you're spending on the screen, more it damages your eyes, because you might have read there is blue rays coming out of the screen, and it damages the retina cells, which you do not feel it right now at present time, but eventually it's gonna take over for after a longer period. That is why you have a whole lot of generation in which every second person is having glasses, is wearing glasses. I myself am having a very big number of minus 4.5. I was in grade 6 when I started using glasses. So now we're gonna do Kapal Bharti, and in between Kapal Bharti we're gonna rotate our eyes in all the directions as I told you. So what is Kapal Bharti? Sorry, I forgot to mention. Kapal Bharti is basically forceful exhaling out of air. And after doing Kapal Bharti, take a break because you are tired. After doing Kapal Bharti, rotate your eyes, and you're gonna repeat it one more time. Few pointers regarding Tratak. Tratak can be done frequently during your whole day. It helps a lot. This is the asana which will help you in curing your eyesight. So use your pen, candle, or whatever is possible, and do Tratak frequently, spread during the whole day. You can also use candle. Apart from candle, you can use small diyas or earthen lamps, we say. So you can concentrate over that point for a longer period. Tratak is also like, you do not move your hands and something, just keep a candle, stare at the flame of the candle for a longer period until your eyes start watering. Do twice, thrice, as many times possible. Now let's come to Anulom Vilom. We're gonna do alternate breathing. Inhale air from left nostril, exhale from right. Inhale from right, then exhale from left. Do 12 repetition of this. After 12 you can go for 24 repetitions. Keep your back straight. You can use your alternative hands once you're tired. Deep breathe in, deep breathe out. After this, we're gonna do Bhramari Pranayam. Bhramari is basically, you are making a sound of a beat. You're gonna put your thumbs on an earlobe. You're gonna put your index finger over your eyebrows. You're gonna put all the three fingers over your eyelid. You're gonna put a gentle pressure on your eyelid, like something like this. Keep your ears closed and make a sound of like okay. And after that, we're gonna do Udgit. Udgit is basically nothing. We're gonna meditate the the pronunciation of Om. So I'm gonna show you. Wait. Now do not open your eyes directly. Rub your palms together. Generate the heat, and now after you start feeling heat between your palm, then put it over your eyes. Do the palming. Again, rub your palms together. Put it over your eyes. Small amount of pressure. And then slowly open your eyes. After this, I'm gonna do Shavasana. Shavasana is nothing but dead pose, sorry. So, and we close it up. So I just close up with the Shavasana. Till then, see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care.